Everyone thinks dolphins are some of the friendliest animals on the planet. They look like they're smiling, they swim next to humans, they play, they jump out of the water like they're having fun. In movies and videos, dolphins almost always seem perfect. Smart, kind, and completely harmless. And because of that, most people never question what they're actually like. But here's the problem. That smile isn't an emotion. It's just the shape of their face. They look friendly, even when they're not. And that's where things start to get interesting. The more scientists study dolphins, the more they discover behavior that doesn't fit this cute animal image. Dolphins are not just playful creatures. They are highly intelligent, socially complex, and sometimes deeply strange. They don't live alone. They form groups that look more like societies. They have long-term relationships, alliances, even conflicts. Some dolphins stay together for years, almost like they have real bonds. They help injured individuals, support weaker ones. And sometimes they do the exact opposite. And that's the part that feels different. Because this doesn't look like pure instinct, it looks intentional. There are real cases where dolphins have helped humans in the ocean, pushing them up to the surface so they don't drown, even protecting them from sharks. And that sounds like proof that they're good. But there's another side to this. Because sometimes dolphins behave in ways that are hard to explain with simple instincts. They show aggression. They interact with other animals in unusual ways. And sometimes they do things that feel too calculated. And the more you learn about them, the less they look like simple animals. And the more they start to feel like something we don't fully understand. And this is just the beginning. Because dolphins don't just make sounds. They communicate. When you watch dolphins from a distance, it often looks like they're playing. They chase each other, jump, move fast, and seem energetic and fun. But in many cases, what looks like play is actually hunting. And dolphins don't hunt randomly. They use strategy. A group of dolphins can surround a school of fish and compress it into a tight ball. They move together, cutting off escape routes. Some create walls of bubbles to trap the fish, others attack from below. And then, at the right moment, they strike. This is not chaos. This is coordination. Each dolphin has a role, and everything happens with precision, without visible commands, without a clear leader. It's like they already know what the others are going to do. But it gets stranger. Sometimes dolphins don't kill their prey immediately. They toss fish around, catch them again, release them, and repeat the process. From the outside, it looks like play. But it's not necessary for survival. And that raises a question. If it's not needed, why are they doing it? There are also cases where dolphins show aggression that isn't directly linked to food or defense. Behavior that seems unnecessary. And this is where the friendly dolphin image starts to fall apart. Because dolphins are not just kind creatures. They are intelligent predators. Precise, fast, coordinated. And the more you watch them, the more it feels like you're not just looking at animals, but at something highly organized. But even that is not the most unusual part. Because dolphins don't just act together. They understand each other. The most fascinating thing about dolphins is not just how they hunt, it's how they communicate. Dolphins don't just make random sounds. They use a complex system of whistles, clicks, and pulses. Each signal carries information. With clicks, dolphins use echolocation. They send out sound waves and analyze how they bounce back. This allows them to see their environment through sound, distance, shape, movement. But here's the key point. They don't use this only to navigate. They use it to interact. When dolphins move in a group, their coordination is almost perfect. They turn together, accelerate together, change direction instantly. It doesn't look like separate animals. It looks like one system. And there's no visible leader, no commands, no delay, just synchronized movement. Scientists believe this level of coordination comes from how they exchange information, almost instantly, constantly reacting to each other. This is not simple communication, it's something closer to a network, a connected system where each individual is part of something larger. And the more you think about it, the stranger it becomes. Because dolphins don't just behave like intelligent animals, they behave like a system. But there's one more thing that makes them even more similar to us. They can learn. And they can teach. The most surprising thing about dolphins is not just their intelligence or behavior. It's their ability to pass knowledge to others. Some dolphin groups have unique behaviors that don't exist in other groups. For example, in certain regions, dolphins use sea sponges to protect their snouts while searching for food on the ocean floor. They literally use tools. And this behavior is not automatic. They learn it. Young dolphins observe older ones, imitate them, fail, try again, and eventually master it. This is not instinct. This is learning, which means they have something very close to culture. Different groups behave differently, develop their own habits, their own techniques, and that makes them even more similar to us. But the most interesting part is their interaction with humans. Sometimes dolphins approach people on their own. They stay nearby, observe, interact. There are stories where they help humans. But the real question is, do we actually understand them? Because dolphins live in a completely different world. They perceive reality differently, communicate differently, think differently, and we still don't fully understand how they see us. Maybe they recognize something familiar, or maybe something completely alien. And the more we learn about dolphins, the clearer one thing becomes. We like to think that humans are the most intelligent beings on this planet. But maybe we're just measuring intelligence the wrong way. Because somewhere in the ocean, there are creatures that communicate, learn, cooperate, and remain a mystery to us. And maybe the real question is not how intelligent dolphins are, but how well we understand intelligence at all. Do you think dolphins are actually smarter than we realize? Or we just don't understand them yet? If you found this interesting, make sure to subscribe. There's a lot more like this coming.